So, welcome to our last class of 2021. Our next class will be in 2022. Waiting for Mario. So, while we're waiting, we're going to talk about two of the strangest things that we experience as healthcare providers. One is when someone wants to say or says to us they want to run a marathon, and the other thing is New Year's resolutions. Since New Year's is like literally this Saturday, we're going to talk first about the marathon. Marathon's funny because people always tell us about the marathon a week before the marathon, so they haven't done any of the training that's going to allow them to be successful in the marathon. So what we have to do is teach them endurance skills, how to endure what they're about to experience. That's one. Two, the New Year's resolution. The New Year's resolution is done by most Americans very unsuccessfully, and so if they don't see results in 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks, they stop at 2 weeks. And that's why, in general, in the United States, the New Year's resolution has failed by the second week into January. And this happens because we have unrealistic goals. We believe that by the second week of January, we should have lost 10 pounds, whereas the resolutions of what's supposed to happen over the year. It takes about a year to lose 10 pounds, and it takes a lot of work. You could lose it in 6 months, but it takes a lot of discipline for that to happen. Exactly. But the thing is that the first time that you're going to see any weight loss is not in the middle of winter, which is where January 1st happens, but you're not going to see it until springtime. So you got to be at least consistent, at least out to spring to see your first weight loss, and then you'll see your second weight loss when we hit the summer solstice, which is the peak of summer. And shortly after that, you got to maintain really well, because as we head towards fall, you'll start putting on weight again unless you're very, very conscious. So the New Year's resolution isn't something that happens for one day or with a lot of resolve on one day and then slowly breaks down and decays over the next 2 weeks. It's an event that happens the whole year long once you make that resolution. So that's why we don't make resolutions, but if you do decide to make a resolution, make it a resolution of a goal you're going to stick with for a full year, not for 5 minutes and get discouraged because results didn't happen overnight, because it's not an overnight thing. So, with that said, we're going to start. And we're going to start with our feet parallel. Hips width apart. Here's your ASIS, and here's your pubic symphysis. In between is your hip joint. So this is what hips width looks like, this far apart. We're going to push down with our feet parallel, our big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head, the outer 4 toes and the corresponding metatarsal heads, and especially that little pinky toe, and finally your heel. 1/3 the weight through your toes, 1/3 the weight through the balls of your feet, and 1/3 the weight through your heels. That means 66% of the weight is forward. Then we're going to slightly bend the knees, and we're going to activate the calves. We're going to turn out the knees, quads go on, and this is where we start. Pelvic floor goes on, that's first chakra. Second chakra is your lower abs. Third chakra is your upper abs. Shoulder blades go down and back, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Just see what this feels like. Hold this posture, don't let anything turn off, and then we're going to start our little squats. We're going to go into a squat and then come out of it. Keep your abs engaged, especially at the top and the bottom. So at the bottom, you want to turn things off. And at the top, we're so used to being up there, we turn things off. So keep your abs engaged the whole time. Suck in that tummy, keep breathing. We're going to go for 20 of these because they're so cool. Keep your abs on, keep your lats on, keep everything engaged. Down now. I knew that. Smiles are up. Suck in that tummy. 20. And here we go, hip circles. Hip circle it out. Try not to move your head or your shoulders. It's all about moving from your core. This is ab activation. This is time under tension. Go in the opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Try to create body shape. Now the holidays has me creating another body shape that I don't really like, but it has been tasting really good. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to go front and back now. As you go front and back, you're not clenching your butt, so don't make your butt do this work. Pull through your abs. You're sucking in your tummy. Maria no longer addresses me. She addresses my stomach. Okay, we're going to go right and left. Abs are nice and tight. You're just turning on your abs, learning how to move your hips without moving your head. So it's cool when you move your head and your hips, but we call that dancing. This is functional work. Smiles are up. Okay, now we're gonna go to the rear. So what is that? Right rear, left rear. Head's not moving, abs stay on. You're moving through your core. Your abs are engaged. And since everyone's arms have been looking really good, we're going to continue with the arm exercises. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to do your little hook outward and you're going to resist it. You're going to keep that upper ring of energy going on. Hold it really tight. Pull, pull, pull apart. Hold it with your left hand. Abs are nice and tight. So you're working your tricep. You're working some of your shoulder muscles. And then we're going to lift and lower as we're pulling apart. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You're breathing. Jaws relaxed. Keep your abs engaged. Your quads are on. Your calves are on. Your feet are working. Your smiles are up. Just notice how your arms are changing. Okay, and then we're gonna circle it out. We're only doing 5 in each direction. Keep pulling apart. 5. Opposite direction. Keep pulling apart. Keep your abs engaged. Don't move through your knees. Move through your core. Suck in that tummy. 5, right?
4.
Oh my goodness.
5.
Shake those arms out. Okay, other arm's going out. We're hacking out and we're gonna hook it. We're not gonna let it go. Keep that upper ring going on, sucking your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. And here we go. Lift and lower. So I love it. We've been doing this for about 3 weeks now, and we're almost 4 weeks, and we're watching your arms get really toned. Because this gets rid of lunch lady arms. Suck in that tummy. Oh my goodness.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, circle it out. Keep pulling those arms apart, moving through your core, not through your knees. That 5?
5.
Opposite direction. Keep ripping apart. You should feel your shoulders. What number is that?
4, 5.
Shake out those shoulders. I'm gonna just open the window real quick.
Open the door.
It's open.
No, it's not.
It's open.
The wind closed it.
Oh. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. We're gonna do some stretches. This is specifically for Maria, who's making faces at me. You're gonna take your right arm and you're gonna put it into your left elbow crease. Just put it there. Then you're gonna take your left hand and hook it into your right elbow crease. What we're gonna do is drive the shoulder down. The right shoulder goes down, your head leans away. You're gonna lean, lean, lean away. Keep your abs engaged, your quads are on, your calves are on, your knees are bent, Annie. Suck in your tummy, and then you're gonna flex your head forward and backwards. You're stretching out what's called the brachial plexus, very important group of nerves that go into this arm and shoulder. You're just gonna say yes and no, or just yes, actually, just yes. Good, we're gonna reverse it. You're gonna take your, left fingers into your right elbow, and then your right hand into your left elbow. You're gonna drive that shoulder down. You're gonna leave your head over to the right, and you're gonna say your yeses. Yes, 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 yes. Keep breathing. What number is that?
9.
Good. Okay, so we're gonna interlock your fingers now. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You're gonna act like you're ripping your arms apart, but your fingers are keeping things together. Shoulder blades go down and back. Abs are nice and tight. And now we're gonna swing the axe. You're gonna go up and down. Keep ripping your arms apart. Keep your fingers preventing that from happening. Keep your abs engaged. Your quads on. Your smile's up. Your tummies are sucking in. Mario wasn't looking at mine. You guys' arms look great.
9.
Okay, here we go. Big circles. Keep those arms pulling apart. Pull apart, pull apart. This should be working your lats and some of your rotator cuff muscles. Opposite direction. Keep breathing. Okay, shake those arms out. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna push those hands together. So you got the credit card between your hands and someone has a string attached to it trying to pull it away. You don't want them to do that. Keep squeezing, chest up, quads are on, knees are bent, suck in your tummy, and you're gonna do up and down again. Keep slight bend in the knees, your quads are on, your abs are on. You're squeezing that credit card, don't lose it. Shoulder blades are down and back, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in that tummy. Keep breathing, keep squeezing. There should be no clicking or popping because you're activating all muscles. Okay, big circles, keep squeezing. Move through your core, not through your knees. Suck in that tummy. Squeeze, don't lose that credit card. Is that 5?
5.
Opposite direction. Squeeze. Good job. You're gonna do the backside. We're gonna swing away. You're gonna grab a hold of it with your right hand. And we're gonna pump those arms away as we suck in our tummy. Don't let your tummy come out as you do this. Shoulder blades are down and back. Okay. Then we're gonna reverse it. This side's gonna hack down. You're gonna hold on to it with this hand. And same thing, you're gonna move it away from your body. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down, but rip those arms apart. Okay? And then this arm is going to go up. You're gonna push it away as you now do it to the rear once again. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. This arm's going up, this arm's pushing down. And you're gonna move it away. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. All right. Give your arms a quick rest as we now take your right fingertips into your elbow again, and then you're gonna take this left hand, push your shoulder down, you're gonna lean your head away, we're gonna say yes and no. Or just yes. Sorry, why did I say no? Just yes. Just yes. Yes, I want $1 million. Yes, I want good health. Yes, I want to have fun. Say yes. Get that stretch on. Okay, same thing on the opposite side. Fingertips in, hand goes around and pushes down. Notice if one side's tighter than the other, and sometimes it's surprising because it's the opposite of what you think is tight. It's the side you think is loose, is the side that's tight. Okay. Now go back behind you. You're gonna interlock your fingers, but you're gonna rip your arms apart and your fingers keep them together. Your shoulder blades go down and back. You're sucking in your tummy. You're gonna pump these away from your body. Suck in your tummy. Whew. It is muggy today. 10. Oh yes, 10. Now we're gonna do circles, 5 in each direction. Suck in that tummy. Make sure you're moving from your belly and not from your knees, shoulders, or neck.
5.
Opposite direction.
5.
Good. You should feel your arms working now. As we do our last but most annoying one, you're going to try to push the palms of your hands together back behind you. As we do the same thing, we're going to pump those arms away from our body. Keep your abs engaged. Your shoulder blades are down and back. Suck in that tummy. Okay? And then now we circle it out, keeping the palms together. Opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Okay, shake those arms out. Just notice what kind of range of motion you have with your head now. It should be a lot looser, a whole lot freer. You guys are doing amazingly. So now you're going to take your right hand and you're going to put it on the right side of your head as your head tries to go over to the right, but your hand's going to push it to the left. We're creating oppositional force. The ring is now here. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to say yes once again. This is working. Dynamic, isometric stabilization of the neck. Keep your abs engaged, your quads are on, your knees are bent.
10.
Okay, we're going to do the opposite side. Your head's trying to go to the left, your hand's preventing it. Abs are engaged, quads are on, knees are bent. You're going to say yes. Smiles are up. Okay. Now your head's going to try to rotate to the right. Your right hand's going to prevent it from doing that. And you're going to say your yes, no. I mean just no. Yes. Just say yes. Yes, that's what I meant. Yes. This is the oh my goodness gracious posture according to Maria. This is what she does a lot when I'm around.
9. 10.
Okay, let's do the other side. You're trying to rotate your head to left, your hand's resisting it, and you're saying yes, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, just move your head and neck around, see how much more range of motion you have, how much more control you have. Keep your abs engaged, your quads are on. Unlock those knees, especially if you're anti-quack. Okay, now you're gonna take your, right hand, put it behind your left shoulder blade. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy. You're gonna do range of motion of your neck again. Just move it around. Opposite direction. Good. Go ahead, release this arm, put your other hand behind your back. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Same thing. Just move your head and neck around. Try to get all the cracking and grinding out of there because you're stabilizing with muscles, not working your joints. Opposite direction. Okay, shake that arm out. We have done the upper body work for now. We're gonna put the block underneath our left foot. Abs are nice and tight. We're sucking in our tummies. We're stretching out our calf muscle. This is the gastrocnemius. Abs are nice and tight, sucking your tummy. You're gonna see how the gastroc can cause your shoulders to round. We don't want shoulder rounding. So abs are nice and tight. We're gonna pump those hips forward. Pump, 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 pump. Keep breathing. Suck in that tummy. sure everything feels good. Okay, hip circles. Try not to move your head in this hip circle. Your head stays still. If your hips are in motion, you're sucking in that tummy. You can really see how this gastroc, when it tightens up, causes your shoulders around. That's why we're lengthening it. Opposite direction. So last night, let's switch sides. Maria and I did a movie marathon when we should have probably been asleep. Abs are nice and tight. Sucking your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. First, second, third chakras are on. No pressure into your back or your knees because we're using muscles and not joints. Pump your hips forward. Keep your abs engaged. Keep the pressure out of your low back. We're working on this upright posture by lengthening the calves. Sucking that tummy. So it was really hard for Maria and I to wake up this morning. Okay, hip circles. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You're trying to move from your abs, not your shoulders, not your head. So your head is still. Opposite direction. For those that are braving New Year's, we're going to work on the 2.5 inches, 10 inches work so you don't fall when you go to someone's house. Okay, good. We're going to flip back to the other foot. You're going to stand on it now. Both legs are locked out. So the 2.5 inches gets you over a door threshold safely. So we're going to lower our foot down and lift our leg up. Both legs stay straight. This is where you get that 2.5 inches from. You get it from your hips. You don't get it from your legs. Sucking your tummy. Try to keep your head still. Keep your abs engaged. Sucking that tummy. Smiles are up. Okay, keep your leg low. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to swing. Your abs will want to shut off. Make sure they stay fired up. Smiles are up. Okay, then hip, 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 hip goes up. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to swing that hip to make sure you get over that 2.5 inch door threshold. Suck in your tummy. Then suck it in even harder. Smiles are up. Eyebrows are down. Switch sides. Whew. Both legs go straight. Abs are nice and tight. First, second, third chakras are on. You're going to lift, lower this leg. Abs stay engaged, especially at the bottom where it shuts off. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. Don't use your shoulders. Okay, keep your leg low. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to swing that leg. It's really easy to turn off your abs in the low position. Keep the work out of your low back, your knees, or your ankle, or your foot. Okay, lift, 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 lift. Up, suck in your tummy. Swing that leg. This is clearing that door threshold. So in case you're wearing high heels on New Year's. Smiles are up. But no one in Hawaii wears high heels. That's just a reality. Okay, put your foot on the block, your heel goes down, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. You can put the roller off to the right if you need balance. If you don't, that's fine. Suck in your tummy, you're gonna bring your right knee up. Now we're gonna do the 10 inches. So it's gonna make sure your foot can clear an 8-inch step without tripping, because you gotta clear it with some extra space, or there's a tendency to catch your foot. This is also in case you fall forward, you can get your leg high enough that you can fall forward. Okay, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. We're just gonna hold it up there last time. You can hold your roller to keep your balance. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy, and you're just pulsating it up higher than the level of your hip. Woo, look at you guys. Good. Switch sides. Don't you just love the sound of a weed blower first thing in the morning? Okay, heel goes down, abs are nice and tight. I forgot what we did. Oh yes, we did lift lowers. You can hold your roller, but you don't need to. Keep your abs engaged. You're gonna lift and lower. Hold your core on. This is about time under tension. There should be no pain or stress into the joints. Suck in that tummy. Number we on?
9, 10.
Okay, you can hold on to your roller if you'd like. Leg goes up, pump, 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 pump. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Good. Pump, pump. We're gonna move the block off to the side. We'll do sit-ups in a second, but first we're gonna do a little butt work. You're gonna take your left foot back behind you, right leg stays forward, your knee is over top of your foot, your hand goes on your knee. You're gonna use your roller for stability. You're gonna suck in your tummy and then release. Suck it in, release. Try to change the shape of your abdomen. Relax your neck. Eyes to the horizon. Suck in your tummy. Bend that front knee, make sure your knee's over top of your foot. Push your hips back, suck in your tummy. No pain in any joint. This is all about muscle work. Okay, now we're gonna do sit-ups in this position. You're gonna bring your left elbow to your right knee. Keep breathing. You should only feel this in your quad and your butt. You're stabilizing with your lats, and you're pulling yourself down with your abs. Suck in that tummy. And that's why it's a sit-up. Nothing in your low back. If you feel it in your low back, something needs to stabilize. Keep breathing, keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. Ah! Okay. Switch sides. My butt's tired. Leg goes back behind you. Hand on your knee. We're going to start out with our sit-ups. Push your hips back, shoulder blades are down back, suck in your tummy, and then relax. Suck in your tummy, relax. Keep breathing. Jaws relaxed. Okay. All right. We're gonna bring our right knee to our right elbow to our left knee. And we're gonna climb back up. Jaws relaxed. Abs are nice and tight. Your lats are stabilizing you, and your abs are up. Keep breathing. You should feel your booty. You should feel your quad. What number are we on?
9, 10.
Switch sides again. Your left leg's back behind you. Watch the alignment of your right knee. Abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades are down and back. This is all about stabilizing your head. Remember where your left foot is. We're going to lift it up and then put it back down. So lift it up, put it back down. Your head does not move. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. Good. Go ahead, weight back down again. We're going to go back to our sit-ups again. You're going to bring your right elbow to your right knee and then come back up. Left elbow to right knee. Ooh. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Suck that tummy in. Jaws relaxed. Okay if your butt feels like it's going to catch on fire. Ah! Hold that balance. What number are we on? Ah, my goodness. My counting is better. We'd be done by now. What number?
9.
Oh my goodness. Suck in that tummy.
Last one.
Oh. Without anything else that's going to help you do your judo throws. Okay, we're switching sides. Okay, remember where your right foot is now. Knees over the top of your foot, your abs are engaged. We're trying to minimize motion in the head. You're going to lift that foot up and then lower it back down. In the exact same spot it came out of. Suck in your tummy. Smiles are up. Make sure your feet stay parallel. Good. Not ready for this, but we're going to do it. Left elbow to left knee. Right elbow to left knee. Make sure the work is in your butt and your quads. You're stabilizing with your lats and your abs. There's nothing into a joint. So your back shouldn't feel any pressure. Your knee shouldn't feel any pressure. If you feel it, that means you have to turn something on to stabilize or to move with. Deep breathing. What number are we on?
6.
Abs are nice and tight. What number are we on now?
10.
Okay, good. Okay, we're coming back up to standing as we do hip circles. Suck in that tummy. First, second, third chakras are on. Slight bend in the knees. Smiles are up. This is the last Thursday before New Year's. This is the last Thursday you experience in 2021. Yes, change direction. Suck in that tummy. Okay. So for this next one, there's several options. You can stack your blocks if you're not so flexible, and you can put your leg on top of it. And you can do it at varying heights. So if you're really not flexible, you can always take it to just that height. But we're gonna put the roller, we're gonna use a roller. I don't need, why am I putting it on a block to make things more miserable? You're gonna put your foot on top of a block or roller, but either way, you're gonna make sure that foot is out parallel to the ground. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're sucking in that tummy, and then sucking it in even more. Abs are nice and tight, hands go and stick them up. And then you're gonna lean to your left. You're using your obliques, because these are sit-ups, so suck in that tummy. Suck it in, suck it in, make sure that foot is parallel to the ground. Make sure this knee is over the top of your foot. Good. Let us switch sides. Suck in your tummy. Abs are nice and tight. Lats are on. Transverse abdominis on. We're leaning into it. Suck in your tummy. This should be a sit-up. You should feel it right here. Get that foot parallel to the ground.
Okay.
Good job, everyone. We're switching sides yet again. Okay, now you're going to rotate towards your foot. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy, and you're going to pull yourself forward, deepening that connection into that oblique. That's your right or left internal oblique. Abs are nice and tight. Very nice. Other side. Which goes up. Parallel to the ground. We're going to rotate towards that foot. You're sucking in your tummy as you do sit-ups. This is getting you used to having your foot higher than your knee. You'll notice people start falling down because they can barely lift their foot above the level of their foot. Excuse me. So you know what? We're not going to use the roller because in the past it hasn't been successful. You're going to take your leg just out to the side. Okay, and you're gonna lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right count?
9, 10.
Good. Switch sides. Gillen like that. Yes, you do. What number is that, sir?
6, 7, 8, 9,
Abs.
10.
Good job, everyone. Your butt should feel sore. Your feet are parallel. We're doing our hip circle. Opposite direction. Okay, we're gonna take the roller out in front of us again. It'll be off to your left. You're crossing your left ankle over your right knee. We're just going into a stretch. Sucking your tummy, chest up. Now we're gonna do sit-ups even here. Suck in your tummy, then release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Now, keep your abs engaged. Is that the right number?
10.
Okay, now it's 10. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna lift this leg up off your thigh, then put it back down. Lift it up, put it back down. Again, this is getting you in the habit of moving from your hip and not from your foot. In case you have to do a little jig, you will be the coolest person out on the floor.
10.
Suck in that tummy, switch sides. Stretch, 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 stretch in. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Suck, 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 suck. Now sit-ups. You're gonna suck your tummy in, release. Suck it in, release. You're trying to change the shape of your abdomen.
9, 10.
Okay, keeping your abs sucked in, you're lifting that leg up off your thigh, trying to move from your knee. Suck in your tummy. This is a big error we make, not being able to move our extremities. Switch sides again. We're gonna stretch now. You're gonna straighten out your right leg. Remember, time under tension means you're working muscles, not joints, so you shouldn't feel this in any joint. Reach towards the ground, suck in your tummy, quads on, calves on. Toe is up. That's your left toe. Suck in your tummy, reach for the ground. Come all the way up tall to standing. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Hips go side to side. Suck in that tummy. You can do what Mario's doing and take both hands over the top of your head, or do what I'm doing. Keep one hand down. We're switching sides. Rollers off to your right. Right ankle over left knee. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're doing our forward fold. No pain into any joints. If you feel in joints, it means something's turned off. Fire up your calf, your quad, your butt, your abs, your lats. Notice if one side's easier than the other as you come back up nice and tall. You can do what I'm doing with one hand on the roller, or you can do what Mario's doing and take both hands over the top of your head. And we're gonna wiggle side to side. I don't know how Mario does it. I would fall off balance. Suck in your tummy. That is time under tension being demonstrated by Mario. Legs are down. Abs are nice and tight. We're sucking in our tummies. We're gonna do it once again. We're gonna stretch your calf out. You're gonna put the block underneath your left foot. Your abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're just gonna pump our hips forward. Not anything really fancy. Good. Okay, and this is where it does get fancy. You're gonna bend both of your knees. You're gonna take your left leg back behind you, across midline. Make sure the knee stays over the top of your foot. You're just gonna lean forward to a deep stretch of your butt and your calf. You're gonna reach as far forward as you can. This is a nice stretch. Suck in your tummy. Woo! Try to get your right hip down. Sucking that tummy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. We're switching sides. Heel goes down. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to pump our hips forward first. It's amazing how quickly our calves can tighten up. That's why we're going back to these guys. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Suck that tummy again. Okay, now we're going to bend both knees. We're going to cross midline. We're going to try to drop that left hip down as we reach forward, sucking in our tummy. So give you a nice stretch to your booty and your calf. This will help you with your bowling. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. That's not so good. Good, come back up again. You're gonna come down onto your, what is that, left knee on the block. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take this quick break to show you the wonderful gift that Maria got me for Christmas upon recommendations from the quacks.
God.
But I got a Dyson vacuum cleaner. This will suck the dirt off an elephant's back in Africa. While you're here in Hawaii. Okay. So now everyone's fluided up. I spent all yesterday vacuuming. Maria made me sign a document that says I'm only allowed to vacuum every 3 days and not every day, and certainly I can't follow her around while she's walking. Abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades down and back. My empire will be complete when I get a sit-down lawnmower, but I got to get a lawn first, so abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Then you're going to tighten it even more. We're going to do sit-ups from here. You're going to suck in your tummy, then release. Suck in your tummy and release. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're creating ab stabilization. This is probably one of the hardest things. We're going into hip extension, but then we like to turn off our abs. The way it's supposed to happen is we go into hip extension, then our abs tighten. Okay? Staying in this position, tighten your abs. Keep them tight as you move your hips from side to side. If you're doing everything correctly, that head will stay over the top of the block. If you turn off your abs, you'll notice that you start doing this. We want head stabilized like we're hunters on the Serengeti, looking for a nice antelope sandwich. Okay, push your hips forward, side to side, suck in that tummy. No head motion. This is opening up the rectus femoris. So important to be able to open this up along with the calves because it helps you stand up straight. Suck in that tummy. Don't let your tummy hang out.
20.
Okay, you're going to take your hand, reach back behind you, grab a hold of that foot, pull it into your butt, your heel to your butt. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Rotate to your right, hips side to side. Head's not moving. Tummy sucking in. No pressure into your low back or your knee because muscles are stabilizing. Okay, release that leg. Abs are nice and tight. Push your hips forward. We're going to do our hamstring curls. You're going to bring your heel to your butt and then back down. Heel to your butt and then back down. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Once again, no pressure in your knees, no pressure in your low back because you're using muscles, not joints.
10.
All right. We're going to take this leg across midline. We're gonna stretch forward. No pressure into any joints. You're opening up your calf, your hamstring. You're stabilizing through your abs and your lats. No pressure into your low back.
Lately nothing goes in my direction. Lately nothing's coming my way. Keep drowning every bit of my devotion. Sinking deeper every day.
That's what I said. Okay, we're switching sides.
Every muddy puddle on the pavement, driving every thought into distortion.
Your knees on the block, your abs are nice and tight. You're gonna tighten your abs, we're gonna tighten them even more as we do our sit-ups.
Mama used to say that it's the way it
Suck it in.
goes. Feeling's gonna make me smile.
Change the shape of your abdomen,
And to
changing your profile, pulling the work into your abs and out of your butt. Sucking that tummy. Okay, keep your head over top of the block as you go side to side and keep your abs on. This is one of the repetitive exercises we do because it's a skill set that's so important that we forget how to do it. Because it's easy to cheat it somewhere else in your body. You want to keep it in your
Leave
hips.
every obstacle behind. I promise it could happen any day now. And soon
Okay,
enough
push
I'll
those hips
also see
forward.
the
Abs are nice and tight, sucking that tummy. Side to side once again. Smiles are up.
Yeah, I will get it.
We can leave 2021 behind us now.
To say that it's the way it goes. Feeling's gonna make me smile. And to realize that always in
Take your left hand, grab your right foot, pull your heel to your butt, rotate to the left, keep your head over top of your body, sucking your tummy. Things to be grateful for from 2021. I learned how to eat. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I won't say how it gave me a moment. That made me heavier. Release your leg, abs are nice and tight. Now, you're gonna bring your heel to your butt and then back down. Heel to your butt. Abs are nice and tight. Sucking in that tummy. Yes. Then we took our leg across midline. It's stretching. Before we do our thinker exercises. Keep your abs engaged. You can feel this in any joint. In your calf muscle, your hamstring. Not your low back, but your abs and your lats instead. Keep breathing. Your leg come back up again. Oh yeah, thinker exercises. We're doing the opposite side now. Forgot for a second. Okay, your knee goes on the block. We're gonna go into a squat position. If you feel excessive pressure in those toe joints, those toe knuckles and metatarsal heads, push your heel back. Very, very important. Our goal is to stretch out the plantar fascia and the Achilles tendon into the calf muscle and not overly stress the toe joints. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna bring your left elbow to your right knee and you're gonna think. But as you're thinking, yes, there you go. You're gonna suck in your tummy and then relax. Suck it in, relax. These are flex sit-ups. Flex rotated sit-ups. Very difficult to access on your own, and that's why you seldom do it. Okay, now we're gonna do a sit-up. We're gonna bring our chest up nice and tall. We're gonna bring that left elbow to our right knee, and it's like we're paddling. Your arms are fixed. You're moving through your torso, you're sucking in your tummy. You're making your lats work and your abs work. Keep breathing. Good job. And here we go. We're gonna start our jumps. Make sure you're pushing your heel back, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy. We're gonna jump forward and then back. Your left hand follows your right foot, suck in that tummy, At no point do your abs turn off. No time you should feel pressure in your low back or your knee. We are working our quad and our butt. It's interesting how I can talk about joints and everybody understands joints, but not everyone understands where muscles are. Nine.
10.
Okay, let's stop at 10. We're not doing the full 20 today because we have much more in store. Okay, we're going in our thinker position. You feel pressure in those metatarsal heads? Push your heel back. That's the big key. As we go into our thinker position, we're going to start doing our sit-ups. Suck in that tummy and then relax. Suck it in, relax. Suck it in, yep, relax. Keep going. Like I said, this is the hardest position to be in. That's why we have to practice it. Head up, chest up. Now you're gonna bring your right elbow to your left knee. Suck your tummy in. Make your abs work. Make your lats work. You're paddling. You're paddling from your body, not from your arms. It's not this, it's this. I have to do one extra. Hey, my boat's doing just fine. Here we go. Hop forward. Suck in that tummy. So Mario doesn't have to tell you guys again. What number are we on?
7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, everyone. Come to kneeling real quick. We're going to set the block this way. We're going to do a little bit of jumping. So your knees are going to go on the block. You're stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
On a yoga block.
On a yoga block. You have brand new shoes. You don't want to get them wet, so your toes are off the ground. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to start out doing our hip circles first. Because when we do hit land, it's going to be a Hawaii, and you have to be able to do an Ami. Keep your abs nice and tight. Opposite direction. Okay, here we do our jumps now. You're gonna jump down, or you're gonna squat down. You're gonna pick a rose up off the ground with your teeth, keeping your toes off the ground, and then you're gonna come back up with a jump. You're gonna jump into the air, and then you're gonna go back down. Feel what it feels like to use muscles. Feel what it feels like to stabilize with your abs. See how your abs want to shut off. Don't let them shut off. Keep your toes off the ground. Keep breathing. This is in case you want to scare a friend and you're hiding in like that laundry hamper. You can pop up and scare them. I've never done that before, so I wouldn't know where that description's coming from. Keep sucking in that tummy. No cracking and popping, we're using muscles, not joints. You should not feel unstable in your low back. You should be stabilizing with your abs. Yay. Good job, everyone. Come off the block. You're going to be kneeling now. Kneeling should be a whole lot easier. You gotta take the block back behind you. Can't even do it without a block. Because I have a long torso. Shoulder blades are down the back, abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're going to do sit-ups. Suck in that tummy and release. Suck in that tummy and release. Job is to make that belly button touch the spine. Keep breathing. Yes, very nice. Okay, we're gonna curl the toes under. Again, if you feel excessive pressure in your toes, push your heels back. You're gonna lean back. Abs are nice and tight. Keep your knees together. They'll want to come apart. Suck in your tummy. Here we go. Suck in your tummy. Keep breathing. This is going to teach you how to use your abs with your rectus femoris and your feet stretching.
10.
Okay, we're going to point our toes again. Notice if you're feeling any pressure in your low back. If you are, it means you're not really activating your abs as much as you could. Knees together, suck in your tummy. Suck in the tummy. Yep, that's it. Suck in the tummy. Even more. Suck in that tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen. Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, curl those toes under now. We're gonna do it again, last set. Shoulder blades down and back, abs nice and tight. Suck in the tummy. Keep your abs engaged. Don't let this go into your low back.
9. And 10.
Good job, everyone. We're gonna help out all our East Coast people who are stuck at desk jobs. We're gonna take your blocks forward. We're gonna go into a pigeon position. So you're gonna take that left leg forward, right leg is back. We're gonna first just stretch. Stretch out that butte. Yep, that's it. Chest up, shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You guys feel the stretch? Everyone's set? Okay, take your arms back behind you, suck in your tummy. You're gonna hinge forward and then come back out. This is working your glute max in a reverse function. Suck in that tummy, don't let it hang out. Okay, rest and stretch. You can go deeper into it. Just feel what it feels like to open up that glute max. From this position, we're gonna do a hamstring curl. You're bending that rear leg and then straightening it. If your foot cramps, it means you're using your foot. Don't use your foot. Bend and straighten that rear leg. This is no pressure into the knee because we're non-weight bearing. Abs are nice and tight. No pressure to your low back. You should feel a sizable stretch in your glute max. Good. Let us go into a down dog real quick. Shake things out. Shake, 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 shake. Okay. We're going to switch sides now. Your right leg goes forward, your left leg is back. Abs are nice and tight. We're stretching first. So yesterday, while I was checking to see if the vacuum cleaner was still working, since I got it the day before,
10.
abs are nice and tight. You should see the stuff that you sweep up off your floor. Arms go back behind you, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy, you're gonna go forward and then come back up again. I'll have you know it's mainly Maria's hair. Sucking your tummy. What number are we on?
10.
And stretch it deeper into this. Yes, it was mainly Maria's hair all over the place. Okay, we're gonna kick back into a down dog. Kick, kick, kick. Shake it up. Okay, you're gonna take your right leg out in front of you. You're gonna stack your left leg on top. Chest goes up nice and tall, shoulder blades are down and back. We're gonna open up now glute medius, glute minimus, and glute max. Chest goes up, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna do sit-ups from here. Chest up, suck in your tummy, then release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. suck it in, release. This should make your neck feel really long if you're doing it correctly. If you have short arms, you can use the blocks. Okay, we're gonna rotate to the left. Abs are nice and tight. You can use a block behind you if you have short arms like I do. Suck in your tummy. Suck it in. Relax. Suck it in. Relax. Keep your legs in the same configuration. Nothing's changed except for the rotation. What number are we on?
9, 10.
Okay, now we're gonna rotate to the opposite direction. Right, chest up, suck in your tummy. Oh my goodness, you should see how much Maria is sweating. She is producing such a great effort. That and it's really humid. It's really humid here. Muggy and warm.
10.
Okay, good. Take your legs out in front of you, give them a jog out. Jog, 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 jog. We're gonna switch legs. You're gonna put your left leg down, you're gonna put your right leg on top of that. We're gonna stack it up. We are gonna do sit-ups from here. Chest goes up nice and tall, shoulder blades are down and back. You're gonna suck in your tummy, release, suck in your tummy, release. If you're doing this correctly, your neck gets really long. It's a good posture. It comes from your abs. Okay, we're gonna rotate off to that away, the right. Suck in your tummy. Release, suck in your tummy. This is twisted rotation, very, very important. Okay, we're gonna rotate the other direction. Suck in that tummy, release. Suck in that tummy, release. Create body shape because you're sucking your tummy in a twisted position. Doesn't get better looking than that. Okay. Shake those legs out. Shake them, shake up, shake up, shake up. Okay. Now you're gonna have a seat on top of your ball. We're gonna work pelvic floor a little differently than we have been. Your feet are flat on the ground, your abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. You can have your hands on your blocks if you have shorter arms.
You missed the cue from Melody.
She was incorrect. Chest up, suck in your tummy, hip circles. Try not to move your head. It's gonna be easy with your hands on your block. This is strengthening your pelvic floor. We should have started out with the ball midway between the pubic bone and the tailbone, and we're rolling all 4 quadrants. Yeah. Keep your abs nice and engaged, suck in that tummy. Good. Shoulder blades are down and back. Arms come off the blocks, come in to stick them up. Hip circles. Suck in the tummy. This is strengthening the pelvic floor. This is now static stretch versus what we usually do as a pulsating exercise. Yep. Good. We're gonna go for a walk now. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Lift, hold, gently lower, lift, hold, gently lower. This is gonna work contralateral patterning associated with parasympathetic brain state, which is learning and thriving. Good. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to straighten both legs. Toes point towards your nose. The ball's still midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Your shoulder blades are down and back. Your abs are nice and tight. We're going to do hip circles once again. Try to keep those feet parallel. Suck in that tummy. And now go in the opposite direction. Okay, arms come to your side. Hip circles. Move from your hips, not from your knees, not from your feet, not from your ankles. Ignore your neck.
Opposite direction.
Opposite direction. Suck in that tummy. Chest up. Okay. Keeping your hands at your sides, off the ground. We're going to do opposite hand, opposite foot. Do not bend your knee to lift up your foot. Keep that leg straight. Sucking that tummy. Good. Just slide off the ball. The ball goes in the small of your back. I'm going to take my microphone off again. Put it over here. Ball's in the small of your back. Hands are back behind you. We're going to do sit-ups from here. Since you can feel your pelvic floor now, you're going to tighten your pelvic floor. Close up third chakra, which is your rib cage and your upper abs. Now use second chakra, your lower abs, to try to pop the ball. Keep your chest up. Shoulder blades down and back. Head nice and long.
Not hit neck.
Or neck nice and long.
Long head is just your anatomy.
No, I have a perfectly spherical head. Abs are nice and tight. Maria cuts my hair, and she says my head's not round. God has endowed me with a perfectly round head. She is mistaken. It's her vision. Abs are nice and tight.
It's just the difference between sphere and oblong.
Oblong. When artists draw my head, they start out with a circle, not an oval.
and then elongate.
Suck in that tummy. Okay, here we go. You're gonna interlock your fingers. You're gonna try to rip your arms apart like we did earlier. So your arms should be very tense. We're gonna work on that golf swing as you go side to side. Suck in that tummy, rip apart those arms. Lean back a little further, suck in that tummy. Keep those arms dynamic. No lunch lady arms here.
Me.
Okay, good. Rest for a split second. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Once again, you're gonna grab your fingers. You're gonna try to rip your arms apart. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. Draw your abs in. You're gonna lift and twist. You're gonna lift one leg up and twist your arms that direction. Suck in that tummy.
12.
We'll go 16.
16.
All right, hands back behind you. We're resting. And breathing. We're gonna continue to work on that golf swing, especially since neither Mario and I play golf, but we work with golfers. And it's funny how golfers will make themselves crazy. So we're gonna put the palms of our hands together. We're gonna squeeze that credit card once again. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna twist. Keep squeezing though. Suck in that tummy. Keep that chest up. Shoulder blades are down and back. Heart is lifted even though you're leaning back. Suck that tummy in.
17, 18, 19, and 20.
Good, rest. Okay, here we go again. Squeeze. We're gonna do the same thing we did before. We're gonna kick and rotate. Keep squeezing though. Squeeze. Suck in that tummy. There's a lot going on here. Smiles are out. Suck in that tummy.
15, 16.
Okay, arch over top of the ball. Rock from side to side. Whew. Oh dear. Well, let's do this last exercise because Gillen's here and it's the last of the year. Put the ball underneath your sacrum. Knees are bent. Knees are off the ground. Abs are nice and tight. First, second, third chakras are off. There's that champagne glass that's on your belly. You're going to go for a walk first. Walk, walk, walk. This is non-weight bearing knee motion, so there should be no pressure or discomfort in the knees. Figure out either way you have to stabilize or what position you have to put your feet to take the pressure out of your knees. Abs are nice and tight as we now move up to a little bit of a jog. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummies. And we'll take it up to a trot. This is what turkeys apparently do. Abs are nice and tight. And now we're gonna do what Gillen does. We're gonna go really fast, 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 fast. We're gonna burn it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, faster, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs against the ground, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna rock from side to side. Keep breathing. Okay, then you're gonna lay on the roller lengthwise. Through this class, the last of 2021, feel what it feels like to lay on the roller lengthwise. Your head should be on the roller, your feet are flat on the ground, your knees are bent. Your butt's on the roller, your head's on the roller, you're squeezing your shoulder blades down and back. And now you're gonna start to breathe. Just notice what it feels like to breathe. Inhale. Expand and contract. Breathe like you're greedy. Take in air. You guys keep laying on the roller. I'm going to come off the roller to bring you home for last time this year. It's interesting, if you poll most Americans, they will say their biggest fear about getting COVID is not being able to breathe, but the irony is most Americans aren't breathing. How I know this, and how we know this, Mari and I work with enough clients that we see that most people don't know how to breathe and they don't know how to time the breath, so they end up going into what's called a precision breath. They hold their breath to do work. This is why a lot of people get hypoxic headaches from doing activities. They have short, shallow breaths that causes their blood chemistry to change and puts them under a lot of stress. So what we want you to do right now is to breathe deep, long breaths that go into your belly. It's called the diaphragmatic breath. Really take in air. One of the interesting things they asked us to get these last 2 years because of COVID was an oxygen oximeter. This is the thing that tells your oxygen saturation. But people who are not sick were kind of surprised to find out how low their tissue saturation was. And it's just merely a matter of starting to breathe. We have in the past worked with people with, I forgot what it's called, where you lose your memory.
Dementia.
Yeah. Who have senile dementia and they're losing their memories, and they're put on medications to get more oxygen to their brain. But the most curious thing is if they would start breathing, they wouldn't have problems getting oxygen to their brain. And over a lifetime, if you don't know how to breathe, it will deprive your tissues and essential tissues like brain tissue and cardiac tissue and liver tissue. And we don't want to do that. So breathe. Breathe from your abdomen. Because as you found out from this class, if you do things from your abdomen, you can do it all day long. If you do it from a joint, or if you do it from the wrong muscle group, you're going to feel soreness for a very long time. So one of the things that we can do to prevent Alzheimer's is breathing. One of the things we can do to detect whether we are experiencing COVID is to first start breathing. Because if we don't have a basis, we won't know until it's gone. Lastly, rethink your New Year's resolution. Instead of something you do for a day or even just for 2 weeks and get really frustrated on, have enough vision that your New Year's resolution is something that you do for a full year consistently with purpose and not losing heart. To get a result not 2 weeks after New Year's, but at New Year's next year. Because like time under tension, it's something you have to learn and you have to practice in order to lose weight, in order to look better, in order to be able to run a marathon. It doesn't happen overnight. Lastly, with everything you know from all the classes we've done, find your way to your center and breathe. Find your way to meditation. Find your way to bliss. Find your way to self-love. Find your way to connection. You guys have done an amazing job for the past year. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate it so very much. You guys have been a blessing in how you've been present. You show up. You are willing to try and transform in front of us. So on behalf of Maria and I, thank you for being in our lives. Thank you for all you give us. Thank you for this past year. We look forward to next year with you. And namaste.